Hello girls, welcome back to our EVS class. We are starting with a new lesson today. That's chapter 19, My School. We all are missing school, isn't it? We all are missing going to school. But why do we go to school? A big question, isn't it? Why do we go to school? We go to school to study. We learn various subjects like EVS, work experience, drawing, isn't it? We learn various languages English, Marathi, Hindi. We do so many things. We have activities, we have various competitions in the school which help us to develop ourselves. We learn many things from the activities and the competitions. We also get to play in the park. We make new friends. But have you ever thought who started the school and who started this education system? Have you ever thought about it, children? Yes. We are going to learn about all this. We are going to know about all this in this lesson. Who started, what all struggles happened, everything we are going to learn in this lesson. Before that, let's listen to Sureka and Mihir. Like us, they too like to go to school. They will tell us why do they like to go to school. Sureka and Mihir woke up early than usual. They began to get dressed without their parents' help. They were in a hurry to get to school. Mother asked, Sureka, why are you in such a hurry today? Sureka replied, Today is the birthday of my school. We will get sweets today. We cleaned our classroom yesterday. Today, there is a class cleanliness and decoration competition. I like my school very much. Father said, Mihir, we didn't have anything like this in our time. Mihir replied, Daddy, just as we celebrate my birthday at home, in the school we celebrate our school's birthday. My school ranks first in sports and various other competitions. We hold elocution and sports competition within the school too. Daddy, I like working on the projects, going on trips and taking part in get-togethers. So like Mihir and Surekha, we too like to take part in various activities, isn't it? We have so many competitions. We had singing competition, we have mask making, we have so many other rangoli design making, we have annual day celebration, we have sports competitions, so many things we celebrate in our school. That is why we also like to go to school like Sureka and Mihir. But it was not like this always. As Mihir's daddy said, they did not have all this. Correct? They used to just go to school, study and come. But today in our school, we conduct so many activities and so many competitions. But in olden days, many years ago, people did not have schools like we do. Students used to stay at their teacher's house for few years till they completed their education. Till the children completed their education, they stayed with their teachers in their house. So they used to learn from the teachers and also help them in their housework. There were no books for children and they used to write on the ground. With their fingers, they used to write on the ground all the alphabets and the words. Those days, only boys could take education. Girls were not allowed to study. Girls were only asked to stay at home and learn to cook and look after the house. When British introduced the education system that we are following now, two people, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule and Savitribai Phule, started school for girls in Pune. So these are the two people who started school for girls in Pune. People were very sad and angry on them because they did not want their girls to go to school and study. They only wanted girls to stay at home and look after the house and family. There have been lot of changes in the school over the years. Earlier, schools were in every town and village. Every town and village had a school. Students used to gather under a banyan tree of different ages. Kids used to come, young people used to come, old people used to come to study. So they all used to gather under a big banyan tree and the teacher used to teach them. They learned mathematics, reading and writing from their teacher under the tree. They didn't have any school. When British came to India, they introduced modern school system. So they had school like this, like we have now. People started understanding the importance of education and started sending their children to school. But still in the beginning, girls were not allowed. Girls from India were not allowed to go to school. Only boys used to go to school. But slowly the school changed, and this is how our present school looks like. Girls and boys, they are all learning in the same school, in the same class. This is the modern school system. There are many people who have helped improving our education system and helped girls to get the education. Let's learn about them one by one. So who is the first one? Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. He worked for eradicating untouchability and the caste system and for his efforts in educating women and lower caste people. Eradicating means removing. There were people who did not touch some kind of people because they were called untouchable, not to touch. So Mahatma Jyotirao Phule started school for such people and for women also, because that time parents did not want their girls to go to school. So Mahatma Jyotirao Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule were the important people. Savitribai Phule were pioneers of women education in India. They were the people who started women education for girls in India. Phule started his first school for girls in 1848 in Pune at Tatya Saheb Bhide's residence or Bhidewada. So that school was called as Bhidewada. The next is Savitribai Phule. She is regarded as the first female teacher of India. Along with her husband Jyotirao Phule, she played an important and vital role in improving women's rights in India. She is regarded as the mother of Indian feminism. Phule and her husband founded one of the first Indian girls' school in Pune at Bhidewada in 1848, as I told you earlier. So, Savitribai Phule learned from Jyotirao Phule. Jyotirao Phule, who was her husband, taught her, educated her, and she became the first lady teacher, woman teacher, and they both started school in Pune in 1848. The next is Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gaikwad. It was a time when a girl going to school was something of a miracle. Now we all go to school. All girls go to school. In fact, our school is all girls' school, isn't it? But that time, a girl going to school was like a miracle. But Sayaji Rao Gaikwad had managed to open 8 schools for girls and a training college for lady teachers as early as 1881. In 1881, Maharaja Sayaji Rao started 8 schools for girls in India. Starting in 1893, he started free and compulsory primary education. By 1906, it covered his whole state. So he started schools for girls, then for lady teachers, training school where women were given training to teach in the schools. And he also started free and compulsory primary education. The next is Rajarshi Shahu Maharaj. He wanted to promote the depressed class in the education sector and the administrative process of his state. Hence, he started the idea of free education. Through education, he wanted to include the lower caste community in the administration. In the olden days, it was not only the girls who were not allowed to go to school, but there were some people very downcast, very low caste, who used to clean the place, clean the toilets. They were not allowed to take education. They were not allowed to go to temples. They were not allowed to come to your house. They were not allowed to take education. Such kind of people were also there. So people like Rajarshi Shahu Maharaj started schools for such people. He started free school, free education for such people. The next is Pandita Ramabai. Ramabai moved to Pune where she founded Arya Mahila Samaj. The purpose of the society was to promote the cause of women's education and deliverance from the oppression of child marriage. So it was not only Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule started school for girls, but still there were people who didn't want their girls to get educated. So after Savitribai Phule, there were other people like Pandita Ramabai. She also made sure that girls got education. And that time, small girls, 8 years old, 9-year-old girls were made to get married. Almost girls of your age were made to get married. So, Pandita Ramabai, she fought for education for women and to stop child marriage. Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve. He established India's first university for women in 1916. Initially, only 5 students got themselves enrolled. Dr. Dhondo Keshav Karve, the man who pioneered women empowerment in India, was born on April 18 in the year 1858. So this was a person who started the first university. You all know what is a university? We have 2 universities in Santa Cruz. One is in the east, Kalina, Mumbai University, and one is in the west, Juhu, SNDT University, right? SNDT University is specially for women. Have you all been in Juhu? There you will find, ask a mummy and daddy to show you that university. SNDT University, that is a women university, only for women, only for girls. And Mumbai University is for everyone. So in the same way, Dr. Dhondo Keshav Karve started Women University, and in the beginning there were only 5 students, 5 girls who came to the university. The next is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Ambedkar's view on women glitches in pre and post independent India. His role in empowering and emancipating not only Dalit women but other sections of the society through various constitutional safeguards. His slogan, educate, organize, and agitate, helped the women to mobilize in the freedom movement and even after. So Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar also fought for educating women, not only the Dalit people, but everybody before the independence, before we got independence from the British, and after independence also Babasaheb Ambedkar fought for educating women. His famous slogan was educate, organize and agitate. So that helped women to move freely and educate themselves. The next is Karamveer Bhaurao Patil. Karamveer Bhaurao Patil was born on 22nd September and he died on 9th May 1959. He was born in Kumbhog, Kolhapur. He was a social activist and educator in Maharashtra. A strong advocate of mass education, he founded the Rayat Education Society. Bhaurao played an important role in educating backward caste and low income people by coining the philosophy earn and learn. So, Bhaurao Patil fought for people who were backward class, who were from lower class, and also who did not have enough money to take education. So what did he came up with? He came up with Rayat Education Society, where he taught people to earn and to learn. So you earn money and you learn with that help of money. So never give an excuse that I don't have money, so I cannot take education. But you can work, earn money and study. But not for you kids. This were for the elder people. The next one is Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh. In 1931, he established Shivaji Education Society at Amravati. This education society grew to become the second largest in Maharashtra. An agriculture university bearing his name operates at Akola, that is Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit. He strengthened the foundation of education throughout Maharashtra. So in 1931, today it is 2020. We are going to start. We already started 2021. So in 1931, he started a society at Amravati where he helped people in taking education in agriculture, because our important occupation is agriculture in India and also in Maharashtra. So Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh thought that it was very important for our people to learn more about our agriculture, to learn more and to grow better crops. So we are come to the end of our lesson today. We shall continue with this lesson in our next class. I hope you all understood about all these people. Because of these people, we are in the school. We girls especially, we are able to study. We are able to get education. Earlier, it was not possible for us, for women, for girls, to go to school and get education. So make sure that you study hard so you can grow and do something better in your life. Remember all these people who have fought and struggled so that girls like you and me can study and do something great in our life. And we are going to stop now, and we shall meet in our next class and learn more about school. For now, bye bye, take care, be home and be safe.